Woohoo! Welcome everybody to the Hex Token channel. Woohoo! Let's go. Of course, what a great day all around. I mean, there's everything is a good. The sun is shining, and of course, the birds are chirping, and of course, we are dancing. We've got so much epic stuff. As you guys know, I always say consistency is the key, and of course, here we are, diamond hands. You're getting paid off, taking some faith with a good probability. Is leading you in the right direction. So pretty awesome stuff. Now, the HexPo conference has just finished with the Richard Hart keynote and the social sessions finished. They went on about half an hour longer. I expected that to happen. And so that was very, very exciting. Hats off to Matty and his team for organizing that. So let me just actually, I think I can actually pull up the team. So let me get that in there at the moment. So I want to give a shout out to the team there. The team is Matty Allen, of course, Matty Crypto, Stage, Susie. Oh, it's got some names here. I'm not sure who the guys are, but very big shout out to them as well. So nice. All right, so cool. That was really cool to see that play out. Let's just check make sure that my audio is actually up and running. Let me just double check the sound. Let me have a look. Let me know in the chat there if the sound's all up and running. We've got a few things going on here, folks. We're going to get into the HexPo review. Get on to Pulsechain, PulseX news, and then Hex price, of course, and then much more after that. Hedron, liquid loans, you name it. We're going to be covering it in this one, and of course something special at the end. If you want to stay for the golden nugget, it's going to be at the end, folks. It's coming. It's going to be pretty cool. So looking forward to that. Let's get into the chat. Just make sure the audio is going. Audio is looking good there, folks, and nice. All right, so let me just mute that and I'll pull that up. We've got a poll on at the moment, of course. So much to talk about. The poll is, what Expo Vegas Day 4 session, that's Day 4, the final day, did you enjoy the most? Morning panels, devs and quants, which is my personal favorite. Particularly like there was a couple of golden nuggets in there. I thought 505 Crypto Spa Book Tour, the Hex Awards, and of course Richard Hart Keynote and Social at the end there. So we've got 7 votes. Let's see how we get on. Let's see if we can get to 50 votes and maybe even 100. If we get to 50, we can get to 100. We'll see how many people come on the live at the moment. Cool. Let's get into the chat, of course. Make sure you get into the chat. You know how I love the community stuff. That's really key. BJM's in the chat there. Kahi, and Kiora, all the way from Puketane in New South Wales. I didn't even know there was a place called Puketane. It sounds like something in New Zealand. But Kahi, Kiora, so it's kind of like hello. So good to see you, BJM. Very, very cool. We got Fish Tank in the house as well. Good to see you, Fish Tank. And, of course, Craig Wadding, our moderator as well. So, Craig, we're looking forward to your content on your YouTube channel too. Obviously, we're going to help support you to grow on there too. What up, families? This Human Hex Trafficker. Awesome stuff. Now, let me know in the chat what you like the most. Like, not just about the sessions, but maybe something that you picked up from the HexPo conference, particularly today, which I thought was chock full of really, really good things. So let us know in the chat there what you like. So nice. We've already got some. Michael O'Keefe says, Richard Hart said testnet 2.5 in about a week. Yoo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, definitely awesome stuff. We will talk about that on the milestone timeline, the Pulsechain timeline that we've got coming up. And hit the likes. Hey, Superman says, Loyal Noob. Aiden Loyal Noob, good to see you in the chat. And yeah, had a few little comments with you in the old HexPo chat there on Matty Allen's channel. What was it, about 11 to 1,200 people watching in the last couple hours, so it was really exciting. Laura Noob says, hey, Craig. And, of course, Grace says, awesome, thank you. I should have first video up this weekend. Wanted to wait until after the HexPo was over. Nice one, Craig. I get what you're saying there. The HexPo is the big thing, and, of course, it was so good to be able to watch it as a content creator as well. Mike says, trying to steal the show, says Mike. Yeah, nice one. And Mike says the conference was good. The conference was good. All right, so you were trying to steal the show, Mike. Were you at the conference? Let me know. Yeah, let me know if you are in the conference or at the conference today in the HexPo. Let me know in the chat if you were actually there. You're actually there now and you've actually finished. Because I guess the Nagabo's party is on tonight. The red carpet party, I understand. That's going to be absolutely smashing. Man, oh man. Some people are going to make fools of themselves, no doubt. The excitement's going to be too much. You know, the charts are pumping. Richard Hart's was there for the keynote. And, of course, the big community. And of course, the end of the 4-day HexPo. You can imagine tonight it's going to be crazy stuff on the thing there. So it's going to be pretty. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, even for HexPos, Hexicans, I'm sure. But I'm sure it'll be pretty cool. Michael says, what do you think about Richard Hart tweet the other day asking for ideas to solve a problem? Yeah, about the V3 pool. Yeah, because you can have one-side liquidity. We did talk about that yesterday, Michael, and I think or the day before. But definitely, I'm sure they'll find a solution there with some calculus or something to work that one out. Timmy the barber says, woohoo, nice, and good to see Timmy in the chat there. Of course, our latest, I think, I think you're Timmy, the latest Hex Token channel member. So big shout out to Timmy on there. And Craig Wadding says new channel name was going to be It Burns When I Pulse, but went with Gen Hex instead. Yes, short is better. I agree with that. So good move there, Craig. And Craig Wadding says, kidding, sorry. All right. Yeah, nice one. I was not there, says Mike. I wish I was, says Mike. We do too, Mike. And Tintop says, what's up, Hexicans? What's up? What's up? Good, another Hex Token channel member, Tintop. We'd love to see you in the chat there, mate. It's good. And Mike says, I like what Richard said about Hedron in stealth mode. Yeah. And I think he's used similar language to me in terms of experimental, but definitely stealth mode for sure. Craig Wadding says, Tintop, hey. And Law News says, so funny. I was going to be a Gen Hex. Yeah, nice one. And Tim Dot says, good choice. Hex for life says Mr. Hex. Hey, Mr. Hex, good. Welcome, everybody. Of course, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, like, share, hit the bell. Of course, we're going to be covering everything in the ecosystem. You're going to get nothing but the core stuff here, folks. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's get into it, eh? 6 minutes, we're into the hello. Hedron killing it through the salute to Alex. Yeah, salute to Alex running Hedron. It has been a mega success. Shocked him. If you see some of his tweets, he's absolutely flabbergasted at the market price, market cap at the moment. And of course, a lot of people are not selling on it because a lot of them are Hexkins. They're used to holding their bags, and they'll be holding those bags. It's well, we're not seeing a lot of stuff end up selling. Normally, in most markets, you'd have seen stuff selling out big time already. But because it's Hexkins, that's giving this a massive pumpamental inside Hedron. So pretty cool. We did get the price pullback. We'll talk about that later. Let's go, of course. Nice one. I have to tag the thumbnails. Nice. And show up the searches. What else? Mr. Hex says, I told Alex he will be a billionaire. He will pretty well off. Here we are, folks, on Hex.com. Obviously, not investment advice, but Hex is the best, man. Pick it up, get it staked, start earning 38% APY, and get penalties. Hex.com, folks. If you're new to Hex, check it out, learn everything about it, and once you've done your investment due diligence, if you're happy, get in there and get some stakes made. You'll also get a copy of Pulsechain on Pulsechain, so you'll have double the amount. Of course, you've got to get in there soon to do that, so just take that into account. Let's jump over to, obviously, the HexPo. We're going to do a review of today. We had in the morning here, Wednesday, the 9th of March, day 4, the final day. We had the dev section in the morning, panel 2. I love this. This was David Feder and Firebun. If you love the more technical stuff and that around validators and other things like that, then this is the one to watch, man. It was so good. Pretty much it was my favorite session today. The next panel was the quants. Had Gerardo and Wales only. I wish Wave 3 TV was on there. He's my favorite quant guy. He wasn't on there, but I thought that Wales only did a very good job. And he showed us a few new chart that he hadn't shown before. He's also got an estimate of the pulse price based on the supply in relation to Hex. And he's got the price at 0.0027 at the moment. So that would make a lot of you very wealthy, obviously, if Pulse gets to that price, which we are expecting it to do. But it was pretty impressive seeing the modeling there, 0.00227, I think it was. And wow, yeah, so check that out. That was a pretty cool insight there. And it's based on the total supply of about 123 trillion. Rather than 135, which was originally expected. Richard has talked about the pulse supply being lower, especially with the AMM bot at this stage, but it could, we'll see. Instead of 5 or 6 trillion, maybe 2 to 3 trillion, something like that. So cool. Then of course the talk was about Crypto Sparbook, the 555 tour. They're basically just reflashing the whole tour, which what was it, 6 months, something like that. Started in Las Vegas, I believe, and it went around all of America. Amazing stuff. I mean, you cannot understate how amazing the Crypto Sparbook team is. A-Bit Hex, X-Line, all that, Black Hexkin and stuff like that. They're just amazing on that tour, and a big shout out to them. It's so much work, and they just do such a beautiful job of it. Now, Richard, I guess Richard in the keynote actually said to Abit, it's wonderful what you're going to do because they're looking at doing a second tour, obviously, and so that's going to be super exciting. They want to get new Hexkins in there, from what I could tell, based on what Abit was saying. But Richard was actually saying to them, and this is something I've thought about too, was that they should be getting out into the bigger promotions, making this a bigger event with the marketing side. So I think they need to do something on the marketing side. Abit said that they've got things planned in the pipeline, but I really would like to see that evolve in terms of getting even bigger venues. I think they can do it. I think they can create a bit of a sensation there. A bit like how you get to those big Amway things, right? But of course, it's Hex with quality stuff, not crappy Amway. But you get my point. So I think that's pretty cool. Then in the afternoon, we had the Hex Awards, which was so much fun. Very, very cool. And of course, Richard Hart got the first lifetime award. No doubt every year we'll have a lifetime award. It's pretty cool. I really like those sort of things. It's really good to celebrate success and inspiration. I'm not one of those people that say, "Oh, don't give. Why are you giving awards like that? Something like that." So I like to celebrate success. I don't like to celebrate average, mediocre outcomes. Obviously, we accept people for who they are, but when someone does something really successful, inspirational, they should be rewarded and given some kudos for that. We want a high-performing society, but we want to accept everybody, right? So that's kind of the balance there. So I thought that was pretty cool, and obviously lots of our popular people won. We had lots of popular content creators win, lots of popular community people win. So it was very, very cool. Hodl Dogs and people like that were winning. So it was very nice to see that. And of course, then the keynote speech there, Richard, really about freedom, talking about freedom. And as you know, I'm a big opponent of that. At the moment, we're living in our country in New Zealand. We've got a medical apartheid in our country. We've got an absolute nutter running the country and taking away our freedom. So New Zealand's just one of those many countries like Canada, that having a big issues with that. So that's just the way it is. And of course, so that's why I was so heartened by his talk about freedom, basically, and all the topics he talked about. That was pretty cool. Then Hex Social was on after that. We had a keynote social, and of course, that was really terrific. People from the audience got to get up there and ask a lot of questions. I don't know how many people there were. Felt like there was like 20 people, but it was a lot of people. And of course, it ran over about half an hour. But man, it was so good for all of those people to get a chance to ask Richard some questions. And some of them were a bit starstruck. It was pretty cool. And Richard was just, just answering bang, bang, bang. And so it was pretty cool. There was a young chap, I think he was about 17, 18. He'd been here at following Richard since 2016. I think it was day one. And of course, he's super wealthy now, but also his life's changed because he's part of a really awesome community. So that's a big upside there. So I thought that was really cool and a nice way to finish that up. And lots of love was given to Richard during that. So it was really, really nice. And finally, pretty much Naga's Mansion. You can see at the bottom, Naga Mansion Party. That's going to be lit. Absolutely lit, man. So much of all of us are jealous. We all want to be there, right? It's going to be one badass party. Red carpet too. And I understand it's going to be fairly formal from what I understand. So it's going to have that real glamour and glitz, which is lovely. And I'm sure we'll get some really cool images from that. And people will probably be going off to have a bit of a drink or something like that. Get ready for that in the evening. So hopefully we'll look forward to that. It's going to be so awesome. Naga's probably going to go off the roof. Naga will be in his good form. We should get some good stuff out of that. So I'm looking forward to that. So overall, the 4 days was really, really awesome. And like I say, some really good highlights. I'm sure we've all got different highlights from it. I've got some different highlights. Some real standouts there. So pretty cool. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Of course, let's get into Maddie Allen. If you want to watch it, of course, here is the link. If you want to watch the link there, I'll post it in the chat just so in case you want to watch it. So bam, that is the video there. You can hit it there on YouTube. So you can see that there. That's the link. So cool on that. And let me just jump back. I think I've gone too far. Mr. Hex says, I told Alex he will be a billionaire. Loyal News says, okay, good luck. I'll subscribe. Yeah, I'm sure we'll get some quick subscribers there, Craig. But keywords is pretty important. Cool titles, pretty important too. You know all that stuff, Craig. So I'm sure you'll be fine. Appreciate the support. Mike says, even though I'm a Hex, I'm really excited about Hedron. This might pump a few more Hexes. I think it's going to do extremely well, Mike, because the fact that it's got that hexagon holders that are willing to hold long term. That means it's not going to be a lot of those big wallets selling down, generally speaking. You're always going to get some, but I think it's going to do pretty well over time. It's always going to have some price corrections. We saw that already just after I gave my price prediction video and my all-time, my high video yesterday. It did exactly what I thought it would do, because it doesn't always just go up to the right, even with such good, strong hands. You're always going to get some selling. Brownie says, smash up the thumbs, every Xkins. Absolutely. Craig says, hey, Mr. Hex. And Tintop says, it's very possible that I'll list my HSI stakes for outrageous dollars just to pump Hex. Hopefully it gets eyeballs on Hex and they decide to just buy and stake and get into the community. Nice one, Tintop. Very, very cool. I was talking to somebody yesterday about HSI stock stake. They were wanting to do one. I think they're going to be doing one soon too. They were talking about borrowing as well. So we'll see whether they do that on the HSI. So people will start using those features. The HSI, the borrowing, more and more and more. They've already had a very good start with that. We've seen an increase in Hex stakes 5x5. And of course, Hedron must be a major cause of that, as well as the HexPo, general confidence around the HexPo. Pretty cool. Mr. Hex says, salute day. Absolutely. Craig says, didn't Naga just have heart surgery? I don't know. Did he? I hadn't heard of that. Hadn't heard of that. I hope he takes the party slow. So slow. Oh, I did not aware of that, Craig. Yeah, so I didn't hear about that at all. So all the best to Naga Bo. Prayers out there for Naga if that's the case. For sure, we want him obviously to be healthy and wealthy and wise and all that. So Pulse77 says, hey buddy, what do you think was the RH Easter egg from today's catch up? So the RH's Easter egg from my point of view was the video I put out yesterday. So it wasn't actually on the live, actually in the show today that I heard. I actually missed some of what Richard said, so I haven't actually watched a whole lot. I watched probably maybe 2/3 of it because I was jumping around doing some stuff. So I'll have to go back and check that through just in case he did. But the Easter egg, I posted the video yesterday, which is from his live stream. So it's not from the conference. But once I check that Pulse 777, I'll see if there's anything that I thought was an Easter egg in there. Tintop says, agreed about RH speech, Superman, financial freedom, liberty, and sovereignty are paramount, near and dear to my heart. So yeah, we've definitely got to protect them. We've got some pretty bad people trying to take them away at the moment. They're pretty much, it'll be democracy by name only, and it'll be pretty much a ruse. So we don't, wherever you are around the world, just do what you can. Obviously, we all got certain, certain abilities to do certain things, but definitely stand up for freedom overall is probably the best thing. Craig says, Hexstone, a few weeks ago, he was on someone's channel, said he had been gone a bit, thought he had said surgery. He was talking about the plans for the Vegas party. I'm wrong. Sorry. Yeah, I think so, because he was on Naga was on, I think, I thought he was on this Sunday show. It's got Naga Tribe there, but I can't remember 100% that section, so I'd have to go back and watch that again. But pretty cool. All right, hey, let's let me know if you hear the audio. But folks, here is one of the highlights. This is from yesterday. This is kind of an after party at a penthouse, and I thought this was pretty cool. So let's watch this. This is how much fun these guys were having. Let's have a look at this. Bam. Let me know if you can hear the audio. So I'll play that again. So that was pretty cool. I don't know if you can hear the audio. Let me know if you can. I thought that was kind of cool. They're having fun like that in the evenings after the Expos. And so you can see that was pretty badass, pretty nice indeed. Law Noob says, I think I was thinking of him. This is like my quiet bar I go to after work. Rags has been watching Superman, so maybe people will follow. Honorable mention Superman, best streamer. Hey, Law Noob, appreciate that. Thanks very much. And yeah. Tintop says Naga's surgery was months ago. He's been back in the swing of things after all his professional life after the party. Yeah, absolutely, Tintop. Craig Hex Waiting says hit that like button and sub. Let's get Hex Token a Hex reward for 2023. That's classic. That's classic. Hey, I'm not here for rewards, man. I'm here to just get the stuff out, talk about Hex, enjoy the community. And of course, core, me, that's it. The community and core projects. That's what I love. That's what I love. I love talking about the core stuff, the stuff that's really going to pump over time. And I also love the community because I think we've got a pretty special community as well. So it's going to be pretty good. Base says event was dope. I would only say the first 2 days, but it was good to meet a lot of the community. Yeah, I just thought obviously there was a few technical issues. on the first day. So they do probably for the next conferences, they do need to just work out that online physical thing a bit, and also with some of the audio. But apart from that, I thought it was really great, and yeah, just definitely good. They probably could also work on getting some of the panel members weren't there. And obviously, people have a lot of different reasons for not being there. So there's a couple of things they could work on. But otherwise, great conference. Really was amazing. And the final day was just, smashed out of the park. The final day was really, really good. Frank says this reversal is going to be super bullish for Hex. Absolutely, Frank. I'm going to talk about it soon. I want to talk about it now, but I'm going to talk about it later. Mr. Hex says, yeah. Law Noob says, in. All right, we're 20 minutes in, folks, and we've just covered the Expo, folks. Definitely check it out. Very, very cool. And, of course, that's the video there. Let's jump over, folks, bam, to the big news of the week. Of course, I put out a lot of small videos lately just with the key stuff, so I hope you guys like that stuff. And, of course, this was one of them. I cut out a piece of this for the Pulsechain update. And I love these little animal T-shirts. I mean, this guy's a good marketer, right? Love that stuff. And so, yeah. So what I was going to talk about was the fact that, Pulsechain, as someone said earlier in the chat there, we've got 2.5 or a 2B coming within the next week. Within the next week's coming. So that's very exciting. PulseX is basically finished, but they do have to do some UI interface stuff and obviously a lot of background stuff around information and things like that when it goes live, so people have that. Pulsechain 2.5 is going to have, it's coming up, so they're going to have pretty much half the AMM bot runs of SushiSwap, Uniswap version 2. As the tweets were pointed out, they're still got to work on the V3 mathematics because you have liquidity on just one side of the pool or at different price ranges as well. It's not like version 2 where the liquidity, you have to give both sides of the liquidity pool and it goes along the price curve distributed evenly across there. And of course, it's really, it goes on, you can do one side, you can select parts of the price curve. So it's a lot more complicated. That's what he's talking about with those bounds and things. And so I don't know whether they're going to do some sort of averages or what they're going to do there. But it'll be pretty interesting to see that if they can find some proxy solution to mimic harvesting. So when the AMM bot does harvest those V3 pools, so it looks pretty good. We're going to have at least let's call it half for being lazy. Let's call it half of the AMM bot in the Pulsechain testing at 2.5 or 2B, whichever you want to call it. And then, of course, we're going to have the distribution files, which will be really, really awesome. And no doubt for Pulsechain and PulseX. So it's going to be pretty good. There's a lot of edge cases on the distribution files, for people that send it from an exchange to the wrong coin or send it to, contract address. It's just those little things that people do, going to be doing. One of the solutions has already been given. So if you send a little token that wasn't really on the official list, and they sold that for US dollars, then you're going to get the US dollar value that they sold it at the time. So that gets rid of whether a token was crappy or it didn't have much liquidity. That's going to give you the US dollar value. So I thought that was a pretty cool solution for that edge case. So nice. So it's looking good for that. And what else we got there? So so looking good. The AMM bot pretty much running pretty easy on most of the code. Basically finished from that point of view. Obviously, really, you've got the V3 stuff. That is still a big issue. So I'm sure they'll get their heads around that. Man. But when it goes, it's going to be pretty cool when we get to testnet 3. And testnet, I expect both of them to be relatively short. Probably testnet 2.5 be a bit longer. But we'll check that out when I do the Pulsechain timeline. I've got that coming up soon. So those are kind of the highlights there. Also, the MetaMask, of course, is going to be running. It's not going to hold up the project. Doing another wallet, of course, that's already kind of been done on the sidelines there, or things going to happen. It's not going to hold up the project anyway. It's for months away. He just wants the big thing, of course, is the timing. He just wants to get Pulsechain and PulseX out. Some people were saying, he wants to time the bottom of a bear market. We're kind of at a half bear market at the moment. I never was in that camp. I just just get it out there while the asset values are higher. You want at least half bear asset values. And it's kind of where we are. In fact, it's even a bit more bullish. We've had a bit of a bounce back too at the moment. So, pretty good, folks. Out early as possible. It's progressing well. I think we can all be pretty happy. So that was a pretty good update from Richard and lots of Easter eggs. It was full of Easter eggs there. And, of course, this is the end game here. I'm not going to go through this so much today, but this is what's going to be happening, the biggest thing in crypto. And we're all going to be a part of it. We're all early. And of course, we're all gonna, it's gonna be insane. I think it's gonna knock us off our chairs. Even those of us who, we learn this stuff every day. We talk about this stuff every day. We seek out information every day. This is still, when it actually happens, it's still going to blow our minds. It's still going to blow our minds, but it actually happens. It's still going to be crazy. And we've got all that pent up demand sitting in behind us. We've got the Hexkin culture, which means, you hold long term. We've got likes of that, which actually adds a massive amount of value. We're seeing that in Hedron already. The Hedron claim and mint is, really a big airdrop for Hex stakers. And of course, most of the stakers are all Hexkins who are already shown that they are the ones that are left. The ones that are left that haven't sold out are diamond hands, right? The diamond hands. So Hedron's benefiting from that big time. If this was some other crypto thing where they're after the pump and dumps, Hedron would already have a massive dive in the chart. All those big wallets that were there would just be selling down. Be all this crazy stuff going on. There wouldn't even be the buying momentum after that, it'd be like that. So I think it's pretty powerful. So that's cool. That's the end game. And of course, let's jump over to the timeline. So this is my updated timeline based on Richard's video here. Boom. It's based on my guesstimates. Okay, based on that. So we're still on day 88 here on Pulsechain Testnet 2. I'll put the names on here now just to make it a bit easier to follow. So there's Testnet 1. It was 77 days. Testnet 2, which started on the 12th of December, is running for 88 days so far. And of course, we've had the MVP delivered, the Go.Hex, the Unifront front end, the PulseX, the bridge. And of course, now we've got we've entered in Pulsechain Testnet 2.5. There's a new updated balances with V2 AMM bot run halfway. Uni Sushi Swap open for testing. New block height. There's going to be a new block height as well. Don't forget that. And of course, it's pretty much going to be the releases 2.5 or 2B. And of course, that's the 9th of March there. So that's where I put it here. Coming up within the next week. So I've got it here starting on the 15th. 15th of March, so that's running there. So we still question mark, but 15th is what I got it, and running for 2 weeks. Could run for 3 weeks, could be a bit longer, but I got it running for 2 weeks at the moment. And then of course, Pulsechain Testnet 3 is supposed to be short. It's kind of like that fun dress rehearsal, and it's going to have the AMBet bot run. We're still expecting that, unless Richard lets us know otherwise. So what does that mean? Of course, where that pushes out the mainnet. So we pushed it out on my timeline from the 30th of March. Now it is now on the 15th of April. So 15th of April, folks, and we're also still expecting a final snapshot block. That's kind of the earliest. So once again, this is the guesstimate here, and 15th April is now the new target there. So we'll just see how this all plays out. If it plays pretty close to this, that's going to be work pretty nice. So very, very good. Expo's just finished, of course. Expo Vegas just finished, except unless you're going to Nagabo's red carpet party, it's going to be awesome. And of course, we've still got Talladega coming up on the 24th of April too. So it's going to be pretty cool. In fact, I think I've got that on the wrong date there. I need to move that over a month, so it's sitting in the wrong spot. I'll have to correct that. All right, cool. Now I've got some big news coming. Should I do it now? Should I do it now? Do it later? Let's pull it up now. Let's do it now. Let's pull it up now. Bam. All right, so here we are. We've got the Hex Investment Trust here. What did I got the time frame on here? Let me just double check the Hex Investment Trust timeline here. I've got to move that out to the 24th of April. Let me just I'm just moving the car race out first and put that out there. I had that in the wrong month. Sorry. Let me just got the Hex Expo 8th. So where's that coming? So Friday. Actually, I should have updated this. I forgot to update this part. So Thursday, Friday, the 11th. I should have put that out as well. Let me just put that up. Well, before I forget, I got to do it before I forget. 11th and bam. All right. So this here is the 11th of March. We've got this. I did when in the chat there with the HexPo conference. Kinetics was in there. I did ask him when HexPo Investment Trust is. I think I asked him when it's going to launch exactly. He said Friday. So Friday is pretty cool. I already told you many times that the PPA, the disclosure, investment disclosure had the legalese stuff. I think of all the legal stuff that for the disclosure had been signed off. That means that all they had to do was receive money and then spend the money, buy Hex and stake 555. That he said in the chat that, and he said it wasn't a joke. He said it starts Friday. So that's Friday, I guess, his time. I'm already on Thursday, so that would be tomorrow. But if we have to take off a day because I'm so far ahead of everybody else and the rest of the world, That's probably another 2 days away. So that's super exciting news, folks. Looks like this will be starting on Friday. It's already open for investing. You can sign up, but I think the actual receiving and spending money based on what he said is Friday. So we will look forward to Kinetics talking about that. Hopefully he'll do that in a day or two and just confirm that up. But that's what he told me in the chat. So that's super exciting. Buying Hex 555. This is talking about large amounts. I imagine they should get pretty decent money in pretty fast. Or shouldn't take them too long. And they have had this open a little bit as well. So they may have already done some pre-screening of investors for this. And of course, they've also got the Mountain Crypto side up as well, which is a separate service for high worth people. And of course, they may also be promoting through them. So I understand they have access to $1 billion investment market with different investment advisors there. I also understand, obviously, they've got Crypto Mountain Lodge and probably other avenues. They're obviously going to be doing some marketing around this as well. So it's going to be interesting to see this play out. And this Hex price, man, they'll be loving the Hex price down at 10.9 cents. But damn, what happened today? It jumped. And of course, we're going to talk about that now. But before we talk about the Hex price, that was really cool news. I hope you guys enjoyed that. This is a bit of an Easter egg here. And that's going to look good. We'll definitely wait for Kinetics to do, YouTube live on this or talk about this. It's going to be pretty good. And obviously Wales only and the rest of the team in there as well. So pretty nice. All right, so cool. Little Noob's got all the hearts in there and like it. And of course, actually, when I have this on, can you actually see that? No, you can't actually. Oh, yes, you can see it. That's cool. I thought you couldn't see the Hex investment run there. That's not too bad. All right, I might take off the brand, the banner there, and remove that and go to the comments. Very, very cool. Let's jump over to Loyal Lube. So that is the update at the moment. And of course, this is looking cool for Friday. So this is coming. It's a very 2 days away. Looking good. Loyal Noob says award, yeah. And Loyal Nessa just looked up. Nice. Progress is always good, says Tin Top. When Vision 4 says Tin Top, sir. Hey, ban Tin Top. Tin Top. Ban Tin Top. Just kidding. Nice one there, Tin Top. I love your humor there. Francia's got the hearts in there as well. And Craig's got the price in there, 13.4 cents. Nice. Francia's scared. Hey, it's good that you got the price because we're about to talk about the Hex price. Craig says, nice one. And where else we got? Michael says, I'm sure RRH says testnet 2.5 is testnet 3. Or so, no, not testnet. No, testnet 3 is going to have the full AMM bot run. This is like a half AMM bot. Nice, says Law. And he did a live stream last night. Probably said call it 2.5 because it's not the full AMM bot. Should be 3 after that. So, Craig, you're on to that one. Hedron ripping again, folks, says Craig. And we're going to get to that shortly. So Hedron's coming up. We're going to be talking about that price. I don't know how I wait. If I move, probably get hacks as well. Nice. What else we got there? Francia's in the house. Hi, Francia. Good. All right, let's jump past this, folks. We're up to the date there. Here is the Hex price. I've actually got this not on Dex tools. I'm actually showing it in dexscreener.com. Dexscreener.com. So this is the Hex price. Let me just post this in the chat in case you want to, save this to your favorites. Some people were asking me in the chat and comments after the yesterday's videos. How do you buy Hedron? How do you buy Hex? Stuff like that. So there's a link for the Hex on dexscreener.com. You can see that the price is 13.3 cents. But man, what a rally we had. Very, very exciting. In fact, just absolutely amazing. In fact, I have to bring up the Hex price on the other thing because it's got my charting on it. Let me just pull that up on Dex Tools. I'm going to have to pull back Dex Tools up. We'll put it. So here it is on Dex Screener there. I'm going to jump over to, you can see it's up 28% on 24 hours, up 10% on 10 hours, 6 hours, and just down in the last hour. So we'll just have you see had a little bit of pullback there. And of course, let's pull up the full one here on Dex Tools. So this is 2 ways of looking at it. And of course, here is our big triangle. It's in the solid dash line. That's our resistance. Now, look at this chart. I've been talking about this, right? And none of you believe me. None of you believe me. But hey, I did say it looks pretty good. Yesterday, of course, I pulled up this here, and this candle yesterday was the one that was really interesting, right? I said if it could end up being a dragonfly doji, and it's ended up being a long-legged doji, right? So a long-legged doji is what we ended up getting. Both of them can be very positive. And of course, we saw yesterday, we ended up with a long-legged doji. This is a technical analysis talk. And of course, the low price had spiked down with one trade. I looked at the trade, 0.0928 cents. It was just a spike down and then back up. And of course, that's what hit our support line here. So we had this really weak support line at 9.6 to 10 cents. All right. This is how weak it was because we hadn't been down that far, right? So it was a support line, but we ended up hitting that and bouncing back. And I said to you that if we ended up with a dragonfly, which would mean that the dash is near the top, so the dash is near the top, but we didn't. We ended up with like a long-legged a doji, and of course the dash here basically means that buyers and sellers kind of ended up at the same place. So when open and close, so you can see that the open was at 10.9, the close was at 10.9. So the buyers and sellers ended up even within that day, the whole day, the 24-hour day. They ended up even. So that became a neutral thing. So what does that mean? It means, and as I said this yesterday, but I was referring to possible dragon, and it's the same applies. But was that if we get a green candle, we start off a green candle. Of course, we end up with a green candle. We're not finished on the day yet. But if we end up finishing with a green candle, that was bullish direction, over 65% likelihood, which now we're moving into likelihood. So we've got some concrete evidence rather than just looking at the downtrend. Obviously, we're in the downtrend. You guys all know that. And we're in this downward wedge. But hey, that was the price there. We were running out of days to get out of this wedge, right? We had about 5 or 6 days to get out. But once we saw this doji, it was like super bullish, right? Super bullish. And it's like if we can get a green candle above that, then we're going more bullish. If we've got a red candle below it, then we're going to keep going down, right? Which would have not been good. We don't want to go really below 10 cents because you got 8 cents and then down to 3 cents. I don't want that. I know people that want to pick up heaps of hex at that price, but psychologically, I don't think it's good for the hex chart and also with the long-term uptrend, So there's a lot of other factors other than just picking up, cheap hex. So cool. This is what we had. So far we've got a green candle for the day, and not just any ordinary green candle, a major green candle. And of course, we were at pretty much the low. We started off at the open was 10.9 cents. The low was a 10.8 cents, and then of course the high 14.37 cents. Amazing. And then of course the close is not really closed yet. So pretty awesome. We've still got quite a few hours to go before that. And at the moment, of course, from yesterday's low, we were up 55%. 55%. Booyah! So never count out hex, man. Never count out hex. Now, here's the other things. Here were a couple other clues. So yesterday we had this doji forming. We didn't know what kind of it was going to be. Ended up being a long-legged doji. But what did we have? We had a couple other things. We had the liquidity pool dropping, if you remember, on the daily hex stats. We had the liquidity pool being pulled down. And of course, it didn't have anything to do with the price. And then what else we have? We have Richard coming out with a video. That's an Easter egg, folks. And I posted a video. I played it like 5 times in a video with some funky music and posted it out to you because that was the Easter egg. I knew it at the time when he said it. And of course, he came in when we were 80% pullback. And he's like, by the way, 80% pullback gets to pick up some hex. So if you picked up hex with that video, and some people did, I think at least 2 people left a comment, or 1 person or whatever left a comment there. And of course, they picked up some hex. They're laughing now because they made some mad gains on that. So very, very cool. I think this is just the beginning. We're not even close. Once you hit the bottom, of course, there's a massive ride up to the right, and it's not going to be even. It's not going to be even, but it's going to be up and to the right. And of course, you buying at 10 cents and it goes to $1.30. You're going to be laughing yourself silly with a 13x on that, right? It's going to be pretty cool. You're going to copy on Pulsechain, whatever. So very, very exciting, folks. And I think this is the beginning of formation here. We do need the day to close, as I say. But, I said, we need to hit by the 12th of March. Let me just hide this comment that I've got here. Let me just go back up here, hide that comment. So you can see the 12th of March here. We've got, the price I had, the target was about 13 cents. 13 cents here, and of course we busted past that. We're still at 13.3. Obviously a little bit of profit taking there as we rebounded because we've been going down here like this. You're always going to get a few people profit taking here, and of course this is where we're at the moment. So we did spike back, but the other positive, of course, we were heading towards this, but we have to break this resistance on the downward wedge here that we're in. So very, very cool. We did pierce through that. We do need to close above it, but this is super bullish that we're going to smash that now. I'd be very surprised if we don't, now that we've got this positive indicator of a trend reversal. So really, really bullish. Now we've got a big green candle we're expecting. Of course, this could be translated to the right because we do need fundamental news. Obviously, with having Pulsechain testing at 2.5, that's bullish for momentum, but it is another step, right? So it's not just Pulsechain testing at 3 and then mainnet, it's Pulsechain testing at 2.5, and then possibly we're going to have most likely have Pulsechain testing at 3, and it will be short probably, but we'll have that, and then of course mainnet. It's going to be pretty awesome. You can tell that Richard just wants to get it out, as he said in this video. He just wants to get it out. He wants to get it out as soon as possible. He's not going to hold up new projects, wallets and things like that for it. So that's super, super bullish. So loving it, folks. And of course, the all-time high to get 6-month increase would be the 19th of March. We're still a few days away from that. So we've still got a couple of days, maybe 5 days to get out of this wedge. But it looks like pretty positive. We already smashed it, but we want to close above the wedge, right? And that's a cool thing. So very positive. And of course, we've got 5 days to get right out of there. And then, of course, the next resistance is going to be the solid line at the top here. And I've got the price at the moment sitting around 21 cents to get over there. And of course, you guys know Hex can do that, right? Look at these price ramps up here. It can happen. There's always a little bit of pullback in the game. You can see a few red candles, but man, oh man, it's going to be looking really good. The other thing, of course, is that to get a 6-month, Hex is well known for at least doubling every 6 months. And of course, that is the March the 19th. We could, I don't see us doing that, but it's certainly a good chance that it will happen afterwards, not long after that period as well. So cool. All right. Very, very nice. And so that's that on that. Let me just jump back. Here's the exciting stuff, folks. So that's really cool. I talked about liquidity. I talked about Richard Hart's video Easter egg, which I posted out to you guys. We'll put some funky music just to inspire you guys with it, because I was inspired. As soon as I saw it, I go, okay, it's time to buy. I saw the liquidity pool and the price, the video come out. So I guess it's time to buy. It's time to buy. But anyway, so cool. Here we are with the DMI. And of course, you can see the sellers smash down from 41 down to 43. I said this yesterday, right? I said, we get a big green candle, this will smash down. This is what we've seen. I said, if we get a big candle, and look at this, man, look at this jump. Down, we're at 13, and we've jumped on the buy direction. There's a buy direction up to 25. And that's at that bullish level, right? 25. And of course, we've seen this pull back a little bit. That's why I've got this arrow down, expecting it to pull down more as the sellers go down and the buyers go up. So we want to see this scenario play out. But is that cool or what? So that's looking really good. And over 25, you got to be happy with that, folks. Really bullish. And of course, the RSI, I said we got plenty of room down here for run. Look how quickly we ran from 28 up to 44. Now we want to get over 50. Getting over 50 is even a more bullish sign, so getting the bullish territory there. But very, very cool to see that happen, and plenty of room to move. A nice rally. So let's watch it, folks. It's going to be pretty cool. The only thing really I could see offsetting this is, some big OG still out there with some liquid bags deciding to really, just sell out for some irrational reason, because they're going to get double on the pulse chain, and this is a trend reversal on the TA. So still looking awesome. Like I say, the probability is in our favor now from multiple counts. I would say over 70% favor for a price rally now up into a new trend. That's going to be pretty cool. All right, so cool. Hope you guys enjoyed that. That's my commentary today. And of course, the markets were really good too. In fact, Bitcoin's moving around by the thousands of dollars a mark. Boom, boom, boom. But it's nice to see it back over 40,000. Was around 42,000 earlier in the day. And of course, ETH is just sitting around following the lagging behind Bitcoin. But Bitcoin typically leads the way as we go. So looking good here. I'm happy with these prices. Looking good as well. So nice. All right, so cool. Pulsechain. Of course, it's going to be the biggest airdrop in crypto history, biggest yield farm in crypto history, fastest way to mass adoption. That is so important. The fastest way to mass adoption. I said it twice. And of course, that's on top of having a super cheap, super fast chain and basically deflationary tokenomics, PulseX, deflation from the beginning, the best investment product in the planet with Hex. It's going to be a dream come true for all of us. It really is exciting. It's going to dominate crypto very fast. What can we do? We can spread the word. We can talk about to all the ERC20 communities and just help magnify the awesomeness that's already set up for us. Basically, it's such a great product to sell, great ecosystem to sell to everybody, because it is the best of the best in crypto, and it's new DeFi, the best of new DeFi. So it's pretty awesome. And freedom, right? Freedom as well, as Richard said, freedom. So pretty cool. We got obviously something else that was new that popped up. I believe this popped up yesterday, and over at least over the last a few hours. Sorry, last 5 hours, I should say, because I check this, pretty much every day, and this here just popped up 5 hours ago. So Pulsechain dev updates. That's super bullish for a Pulsechain testnet 2.5 because obviously the AMM bot's going to be a Pulse. We should be able to have a UI to test that, is my guess. So looking forward to that. And of course, we jump into this folder. We can see that it's got here dev updates progress for Richard. So we're getting some access now to some of these folders. So very, very cool. When the devs are ready, they typically pull over these private groups over into public groups, and we can see that. So very, very bullish, folks. Pulsechain dev updates, nice. And then it's got a lot of the tools that they can use to communicate and things like that. So it's not a lot of other stuff in there. But I thought that was a pretty cool development with Pulsechain testnet 2.5 coming within the week. So nice. Very, very cool. Not a lot of updates otherwise, but going very, very well. There was a little Faucet update the other day, but it's very minor stuff. Very, very cool. Okay, let us get on. I know you want to talk about it. Hedron. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's talk about Hedron. But before we do that, let's just get into some of the comments here. We're going to do Hedron next, folks. What else we got going? Sandy Beach is in the house. Hey, Sandy. Hey, everybody. Good to see you all. Nice. And Craig's in the house with the claps. Smash the likes here. Definitely subscribe, like, share, hit the bell. It's everything about the ecosystem here. Richard Hart Maxi channel. Proud and true. Standing for awesomeness. And it's so good. So good. Easy says, woo, nice. And what else we got going on there? Let's jump through some of these. But for next is an house. If we can't do it, then we can't do it. But I'll never know if I can't ask. Can we throw Super Guppy on the X price chart? Great indicator for chart weeks. I'll have a think about that. I'm not sure what that is, so leave a comment to there. But that's pretty funny. Crip says, boom, yeah. I love it. It is boom, yeah, for sure. And what else we got here? Craig Wadding says, RH more or less gave us okay on encapsulated stakes tonight, so explains the fundamentals on Hedron, I think. Yeah, it's just going to go up and to the right for sure. My love for everybody, says Francia. Hey, Francia, appreciate that. Ryan Goins in the house. Big day today. Hex is pumping. It's just so good, folks. Really is good. I've been saying on this channel that, about the price looked like it's basically at the bottom. I have done 5 buys on the lows so far. It's been pretty good timing. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Sandy Beach says, love that RH shirt. Lol. Yeah, it was pretty nice. But then it says, Craig, waiting $400 a day, but I remember $5 a gallon in Louisiana 13 years ago also. I'll pass. It'll pass. I don't think so. I think that's going to be a bit of a problem there. I thought oil was up at about $115 or something last time I checked. I don't think it's going away anytime soon. U.S. administration is full of absolute lunatics at the moment. So they're causing so much trouble everywhere. And the U.S. is paying for it with lots of stuff. I'm good, Sandy Beach. Just finished the day. I've been working and enjoying the Hex conference. Great RH talk at the end. Was absolutely awesome. The chart looks good, says Tintop. And Craig says, everyone needs a good scam. It's not corruption when you're doing it. My cousins and I have seized power at the company. We're all work, and now we'll be redirecting cash flows. That's pretty hilarious. Sandy Beach says, lots of new faces in the community. Bullish. Yeah, that's really cool. So just get out, tell 1 or 2 people, and you guys can actually help magnify what's also already awesome. Just tell 1 or 2 people, maybe even a week if you've got that temperament. Just get out there and do it. So nice. Somewhere says, if yeah, pump, and we've got the hearts out for Francia. Neil says from Birora says, made it. Sorry for being late. Teach. Hey, that's all right, Neil. Will we get a copy of Hedron on the Pulsechain? You will. And Sandy Beach says, yes, it's awesome. It was nice to see more girls too. Hey, Sandy Beach, really good topic. More females in the community, such a big emphasis. I think for the next 8 months, really need to keep pushing that too. Seeing a lot more ladies in the house. And promoting as well. Obviously, there's a couple out there already, Ashley Ash. I haven't seen Pulse Gains for a while, but Ashley Ash and a few others, quite a few others out there. Just can't remember their names now. I'm not brain freeze, but definitely we need more as well. So get out there, encourage people that are, some of the ladies out there to do more content creation, and not just YouTube, because YouTube is male dominated, but to get, on the other platforms, Instagram and other stuff, TikTok and all that good stuff. Craig Wellen says, Hedron chart. Woo! Woohoo! Yeah, we're up to that now. I'm just trying to get up to the, you know me, I love to go through the content, get into the chats. Very important. The community is number one. New Maruno. Neil says, yay! Hex really has the best community, says Ryan. Absolutely does. Sandy Beach, I agree. It says a lot about the community that women feel welcome. I hope this continues. Absolutely. What a great conference, says Sandra. It was absolutely amazing. And hats off to Maddie and the team for organizing that. It takes 9 months of work to put that together, folks. 9 months. That's easy for us to say, but that's 9 months in actual time. So nice. Let's go for it. You asked for it. Here we go. Hedron, boom. Hey, it's not the chart, but it's the website. If you haven't claimed and minted your Hedron, this is the official site, of course. You just have to go to the Hedron DApp, connect your wallet up, and of course, it is a read-only for the claim and mint functions. You don't have to mint. You can just claim the bonus. There's a launch phase bonus at the moment for 100 days. Every 10 days, it goes down by 1x. So the first 10 days was 10x bonus. And the second 10 days is a 9x bonus. So you get a 9x bonus, folks. That's the way it's going to work. And at the moment, so you're in the second 10-day period, 9x bonus. You get 1 Hedron per B share per day served in your stake for every single stake. So if you've got, let's say you've got 5 stakes, then every day served on there, you're going to get 1 Hedron per B share. And then, of course, times 9x multiply at the moment. That's going to go away in 100 days. It will just be, a 1-for-1, and the claim bonus will disappear, and you'll only be able to mint tokens. Just take that into account. So obviously, if you claim that bonus now, that applies into the future. So if you mint your tokens, a year from now, you'll still have that 9x bonus. So that's how important it is. It is a special launch bonus. Big shout out to Matt for that. The other thing, of course, it's a read-only of the contract. So you just connect your wallet. Your stakes will show down here. There will be a button on the right-hand side that says action next to all your stakes. And there will be 2 functions, claim and mint. So claim is to get the 9x bonus. And then, of course, the mint one is to mint your actual Hedron, to your wallet. So you don't have to do the mint. You can mint in the future, but definitely claim, particularly when the Gwei is cheap. If you get Gwei around about 30 Gwei, it's going to cost you about $10. So if you did both the claim and the mint, it'll be about $20 at 30 Gwei. Obviously, the Gwei, I saw the Gwei down at 18 or something. I did some claims down at 18 Gwei or something, so it was super cheap. I think it was only a few dollars, $3 or $4 at that price. So nice. All right, so cool on that. And of course, you can add Hedron to your MetaMask as well, just clicking that button. Very, very cool. So that's the free airdrop for Hex stakers. And of course, if you want to create a new stake on the platform, you just hit create Hex stake, and you can put the amount of Hex and put the length of time. Most people are doing 555 on those, but that's up to you what you want to do. And those become wrapped Hex stakes. And of course, it seems like Richard's in favor of that. It is an experiment, but in favor of that. And of course, you just follow the process to do that. So you got to prove Hex and stuff like that. So there are how-to videos. Check David Feder for that. How-to videos on Hex stake instance. He covers Hex. He's probably the best video that I've seen on it. So definitely check out David Feder on that. All right, so that's Hex stakes, of course. And of course, once you can also borrow on Hedron, but you can only do it on new stakes, which are done through the Hex stake instance. You can't do it on the native stakes or the ones that you stake through that you're getting the airdrop for going through go.hex.com or Staker app. So very, very important that you can do that. So, but when you do borrow, of course, you have obligations. If you don't pay back, then it will go to the liquidations as well. So I think it's like 3 months, something like that. And of course, it will go to here. We probably won't see some of these in the market for a while, is my guess, because we just launched. So it should be a while away to go for that. So pretty cool. There is another bonus as well that potentially could play out, and that is the advanced to mint ratio bonus. But I suggest if that's going to happen, it's going to be a long way away because the Origin account and the Hex Global have minted their tokens, making this far less likely that we'll get the 50% lending. I think that's the way it works, 50% lending of total amount minted. So that could be a long way off, folks, a long way off. But when you do borrow, you can borrow against your future days, days that you haven't served. And of course, you can speculate on that, but you got to be careful because obviously the Hedron price is going up. And if let's say you borrowed against your HSI stakes, so you borrow future value, and then of course you go switched it out to some other currency, crypto, say like Hex, then you got price differences and you got to pay back Hedron, your fees on Hedron loan, stuff like that. So there's things to think about if you're going to go for that. But the easy part, of course, is this the free claim for Hex stakers. Claim and mint. Woo, woo, woo. Awesome. All right, so even if you claim your days served, if you run the stake further into the future, you'll have more days served, and you can claim those tokens again in the future. So as you serve more days, you can claim more Hedron. And of course, the total amount of Hedron is going to decline over time because it's linked to the amount of T shares or B shares in the market for the underlying product Hex. So the supply will decrease over time. Cool. That's pretty much a rundown from that. That's HexPo Hedron.pro website. Of course, the link's in the video description. Check that out. If you have not yet claimed or minted, go for gold. Of course, here is the price. Boom. Oh, man, this thing's gone through the roof. It's going insane in the membrane. Now, this is going faster than I even expected. We're now up to 5,141. So amazing stuff. I did say in my last Hedron video when we were at, what were we at? 3,700. I think we're at 3,700. We're now at 5,147. This is awesome. And many of you know that you've been buying down at the beginning here when we were talking about Hedron every day on this channel. Let's go to the daily. This is Hedron. This is the main pair. This is version 3 on Uniswap is the main pair. This is where the majority of liquidity is. $3.2 million now. Market cap is now smashed 300 million. So we're at 305 million at the moment. Peter, the founder of this, must be absolutely over the moon. I've seen some of his tweets. It looks like he's just absolutely gobsmacked at the market cap now. Now, I talked about in my last Hedron video, we were sitting at about 3,700, I think. And of course, that if we did a 5x, that would take us to 16,300. So it's kind of another 5x from where we were after we'd already made 5x from the bottom here. So we were down at 553, so 553. And of course, when I say 553, I'm talking about the fact that we had 6 zeros in front of it, and this is in US currency. So I'm just taking the end in there. Very, very important. And of course, you can see now this is amazing, absolutely rocketing. So let's take it from the very bottom, which is back on the third there at 550. And of course, we're up. Let's go to the very top there. I'm gonna have to hide that because I can't actually see it. So we're up 852%. So 8.5x, folks, from the this is in a week. 8.5x in a week, folks. Amazing. And it's unrelenting. It's pretty much, I sound annoying when I say it like that, but it's 8.5x. It's pretty astonishing. So congratulations to everybody. I know that many people who watch this channel picked it up down here. So congratulations to you. Money bags. Now, what do people do? Like I say, keep saying, they've got two main options, if you want to say, or two obvious options. One, they play the long game. Hexkins hold their Hedron, just like they hold the Hex stakes. All the stakers that are there are long-term stakers. So we may not see a lot of selling down on Hedron, even though the supply is about 59 trillion. So the supply, let's just double check on the supply now. Supply is about 59.4 trillion Hedron. The majority of that, of course, is in the large ones here. I guess it's the Origin account and the Hex Goldwell, stuff like that in here. Pretty amazing. So the vast majority is actually in probably diamond hands is the way I look at it. So even if some of these bigger accounts, these 455, these bigger ones here sell, we're pretty interesting. Here's Hex 19. This is the shark that got hacked and gave us our best Hex payday. They've actually been able to recover quite a lot of money, and they're getting bullbacks. Isn't that great to see people get a bit of a payback after such a bad thing happens? And of course, that's Hex 19. So we wish Hex 19 the best. They managed to claim the Hedron and transfer it to a new wallet. So that's very, very positive. A big shout out. I understand he's 91 years old. I thought he was 78, but someone said he's 91. So somewhere between 78 and 91. Let us know in the chat if you actually know, because obviously, yeah, it's pretty awesome stuff. All right, so cool. And so that is the Hedron. And look, it's just unrelenting. So are we going to get another 5x? Would be 16,300. And of course, that would be only 4 zeros in front of it then by that time. And of course, the long game. Could this get to 1 cent? Could this be another X in the making? 1,000x, 10,000x. So that's going to be fascinating to see. I think the chances are pretty high now, folks. I do think the chances are pretty high. We'll always have some selling in there, though. So there's always going to be some selling days. It's not just going to be just completely vertical, although we could see some insane vertical candles for a lot longer. As long as none of these people, big accounts here on page 1, the top 50, as long as they're not all selling down in a row, we should be able to see that. Obviously, you can have a lot of small wallets. If there was like 1,000 of them sell down, probably add up to quite a bit, but you get my point. I think the chances are because a lot of the Hedron's going to Hex long-term stakers. They got diamond hands, right? The delayed gratification, paying their future selves, as it were. And of course, we could see a lot more green candles at that rate because we don't have the same usual cowboys. You know, the cowboys pumping and dumping. It's not a pump and dump with Hexkins. It's a hold, hold, hold. And of course, that culture is pretty strong and true. So very, very cool. We'll see how high this goes. It's going to be fascinating. Very, very fascinating indeed. Obviously, we got in the pool here 2.3 million. This takes a little while to update this pool numbers. So we've got 2.3 million in there. And of course, we only got 174 billion Hedron. Man, oh man, that was only a couple of days ago. That was over a billion Hedron in there. And now we're down to 174 billion. It's, sorry, there's over a trillion there. Now it's down to 174 billion. And this is unrelenting. It looks like it's just going to keep going. We could end up with under 100 billion here soon. It's going to be fascinating to see that. But yeah, I guess the kind of next target is, as I said, 5x from where we already did is, you know, kind of 16,300, which would be absolutely insane, Brano, right? So congratulations, folks. You guys are in the golden products of crypto. Hedron was a nice surprise to the upside, you know, and it looks like it's actually helping with Hex stakes, 555s as well. So it's quite positive from that point of view. Yeah, cool. All right. So the interesting C has said, will people play the Hedron long game, or will they actually shift some of their profits into Hex? Because obviously Hex has had the big pullback, 80%. Looks like it's now on a trend reversal. We'll have that confirmed probably in another 8 to 10 hours. And that's pretty fascinating. So will people switch some stuff into there? So going to be interesting to see that play out. Obviously, then you can ride the train up. If you think that this is going to get 10x from here, maybe you switch it in. Or maybe you think, oh, no, I'm going to get another 100x, 1,000x, 10,000x in Hedron, and I'll just keep holding my bags. All the other Hexkins are holding their bags, and the price is just going to fill up with USDC in the pool, and the price is just going to go up and to the right. So pretty cool stuff there. Let me know in the chat what you think. Let's get into some of the comments. Craig says, sorry, Hex Token not rushing the Hedron chart. Just can't believe what it's doing right now. Yeah, it's insane in the membrane, that's for sure. This is kind of this is way better than Hex in many ways. Obviously, Hex had the bottom. We launched on the 2nd of December 2019, and then we're at the bottom on the 4th of January 2020. Now this is just up and to the right. Well, we had a bit of pullback here, but now it's looking like small now. This pullback's looking small now to this. So pretty crazy stuff. Cal says Hedron just wicked up. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, we're up at 5,346. Insano. Hex is pumping, says John Kinner. And I'm just up over 6x from when I bought some Hedron last week. Well done, Craig. I heard Hex 19 was 82. Well, maybe we never know. Yeah. Beam D says 81 years old. Okay, 81. So I think we've got 81, 82, 78, 91. It's got to be around there somewhere, for goodness sake. I'm going to have to watch his video now to see what he actually, I'm sure he's actually said his name in one of the videos. I have to watch that. Pump and Pump says OX. Yeah, no pump and dump, just up and up. It's going up again. Absolutely is. And Prana's in the house. Hey, Prana, good to see you. And a big clap outs to you. Nice one. Cal says, I can't sell this tax year, lol, says Cal. Nice. All right. So, hey, look, we had a big sell. We had 100,000. That's 21 billion. Oh, my gosh. Really? That's just insane now. That's just absolutely insane. So 21 billion now will get you $100,000. Wow. People are getting rich. Man, oh, man. But there we are. That's what I was talking about in terms of the price pullback. So that just did pull us back quite a bit. That's what I'm talking about with these sales. So good example of the fact that, the fact is, as the pool goes up, even the smaller fish that had smaller ones, when I'm comparing this to, say, 100 billion, making now 100K out of this. So pretty amazing there. So congratulations to everybody. Cool. All right, so that is the Hedron, folks, and we've covered through that. So I hope you guys enjoyed that stuff. Let's get on to the sacrifices. Boom, yeah. We're up just over an hour. We're doing pretty good here, folks. Welcome to the after party. This is the online after party for those that are not at the actual physical stuff in Las Vegas. So big shout out. So here we are, liquid loan sacrifice. 45.2 million, obviously really slowed down now, which it's been amazing. This has been a huge success. Hedron success, liquid loan success, 8,936 wallets there. Obviously, there's probably in practice probably like 15 to 20,000. We've got 1 trillion, 91 billion loan tokens. That has really slowed down, pretty similar to yesterday. We've got 11 days and 8 hours to go. until this ends. And of course, as I said to you, Jesse, was it Jesse? No, Jexa told me online yesterday that they were going to be getting a distribution file or website with that would have the details out not long after the sacrifice finishes. So that's going to be really positive. That means you're going to be able to see your definitive sacrifice loan points. Very, very cool. If you want to see your indicated ones here, you can paste your address on here. This is Hex Pulse info. I will copy this into the chat. Boom, let's play that. And Craig says, let's be honest, watching a token you own pump is pretty nice. Endorphin rush is great. Absolutely. Woo-hoo-hoo, says Sandy Beach. I like it, Sandy Beach. And there is the link there for sure. All right, so we've got the Magic Carpet Ride team at the top there at 9 million. And we've got the Hex Goldwell there at 6 million. And of course, they are dominating. Everything else looks pretty similar to the last couple of days. Let's have a look at top 50. This has actually gone up, I think. So you now need $8,900 to get in the top 500. Remember, there's officially on here 8,900. But like I say, because of the Magic Carpet Ride at the top, there's a pool or a syndicate. There are a couple of pools or syndicates running around where you can actually sacrifice as a group. And of course, there's a bit of trust and relationship in there. But the Magic Carpet Ride team looks like an amazing crew. So very, very exciting. They're doing multiple sacrifices, of course. And of course, you can see here we have really, yesterday we're at 45,277. Today, so far, we're at 45,320. So, maybe what's that about 40 something thousand in there. So not too bad. Obviously, we're climbing up there. I'm just going to jump through some of these. This is the longer pays better. Remember, they have 3 sacrifice components, liquid loans. Earlier pays better, bigger pays better, and longer pays better. The longer pays better is unique to them. It's kind of borrowing off the staking, Hex staking, and of course, it's been super successful. We've got the Hex Goldwell in the 24-month delay where they get 150% more tokens, 2.5 more X, and we've got 17.6 million there. Near term, of course, people want their tokens straight away, just under 17 million. And then, of course, we've got people deferred every single month between those 2 years, with 12 months being the next popular 2.3 million. So pretty awesome stuff there. Now, obviously, people that get the tokens instantly can stake them on the portal and pretty much start earning the fees, PLS and USDL. And, of course, the people 24 months have to wait. And, of course, that's going to be fascinating. But, of course, if Pulse goes up and to the right, then the value of and then loan tokens should benefit off that. And, of course, the people 2 years delayed should play out from there. So it's going to be interesting to see. It's an empirical question whether the people that are able to stake their loan tokens earn more fees and stuff, APY, compared to the people that delay. So it's going to be pretty interesting. I think the Hex Goldwell's banking on the 24 months, so that's pretty strong where he thinks it's going there. And, of course, he plays the long game. Of course, the number of wallets, we know most of them are below 2,500, but we do have, quite a few in the 50, 25,000 range there. And then, of course, we've got a lot of bigger wallets in there too. So super successful. $45 million, super successful with that. Magic Carpet Ride team will control 23%. The Hex Goldwell will control 90.71%. But as I say, the majority of all of this is coming out in 2 years' time. So people that are going to be able to get the loan tokens instantly will be fine. The Magic Carpet Ride team is instantly 6 months, 18 months, 12 months, 18 months, and 24 months. There's quite a mixture in there. So pretty cool. I expect maybe about a third of the tokens will be out straight away, and maybe 80% of those will stake. So if we take the total tokens, maybe it's hard to say that because a lot of the ones, if you delay, you get 2.5x. So it's a bit of a, but maybe 30%, maybe 30%, maybe 25-30% actually, maybe 25% will actually get I need to rethink that. That's probably going to be the case. So, all right, so cool. And what day are we on? Day 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Day 19, you get earlier pays better is 6,446 loan tokens per dollar at the moment. Tomorrow will be 6,139. So it's deteriorating every day. This is kind of better. Every dollar is starting to get less and less loan tokens. The last day will be 3,768 for earlier pays better, and that's on March the 20th. And as I say, we should expect a distribution file or website is expected after that, which will have our distribution files. So it'll be pretty cool. Best of luck to everybody out there. All right, cool. Let's jump over to the next one, of course. We're going to jump over to the Mintra, have a quick check of this. And let's see, we're at $10.3 million. They've got 8 days and 12 hours left. And of course, they are finishing earliest, I think, on the sacrifice. There's 1,784,000,000 mint tokens. So a very different scale in terms of the number of tokens available. You can check your address there if you have sacrificed. The Hex God Whale really changed the game on this, 4 million. They really dominated. And of course, I'm not sure if you go to top 50. Yeah, top 50, $1,100 to get in the top 500 wallet. Sorry. So that's 121,000 mint points or mint tokens. You can see that that's really tapered off now. Really tapered off the last couple of days. So what's that? Yesterday it was 309, 10 through 16. So far only up 7,000. So really tapered off. So on that one there. Now remember, this is an NFT marketplace. It's the sole product. This has also got Gerardo in it, and of course they'll probably have a lot of YouTube exposure. So that's pretty big from that point of view. Could help with the success big time. Like I say, you need customers, right? You need the customers, and just because you launch on the Pulsechain doesn't mean you're going to automatically be successful. People have to know about you, right? They have to know about you. You need more than just a couple of thousand people on Twitter. You need tens and tens of thousands of people to pull off a good thing. Obviously, NFTs are going to be copied over on the Pulsechain from Ethereum, and of course, you need a place to trade those. So the earliest NFT markets will typically do the best. Having big YouTubers like Gerardo, potentially him alliance with others, maybe Hotter Dog, somebody like they do on Staker app, could be pretty big. Now the Hex God Whale's got almost 50% of the supply. So if the half the fees, if they got 2.25% fee or whatever, half of that going to people that hold the mint token, you're going to be laughing yourself silly if you are the dominant NFT marketplace. Very, very cool. All right, so what day are they on? Day 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I think it's day 18. They've got a couple of days. So at the moment, earlier pays better, 67 points, 67 mint per dollar. And then tomorrow it's going to be 64. The final day, you'll get 45.8 per dollar. Obviously, it started off at 100. So you get just below 45% of that amount on day 17. So it's almost finished. They'll be finished in a week just about, so not too bad. Cool. That's Mintra. And then our final one, of course, that's open at the moment. We're going to go to Power City. Power City. Now, this is the Magic Carpet Ride team, a point that I actually missed yesterday. So it was very nice for someone that let me know. I'm not sure if it was Charity or Sandra that let me know about that. So very, very cool. I think maybe it was Sandra because Sandy Beach, sorry. MCR has amazing people, really do, Sandy Beach. And nice, we've got a little Russian bot there. Let's see if that's been done with. Yeah, nice one. Hey, Sandy Beach, appreciate the moderating. Spot on. Summer Solar says, hey, bro, what's up? Greets from Mexico. Hey, good to see you. Shout out to Mexico. And, man, oh man, some really cool beaches over in Mexico there. There's a big shout out. Completion Fail says, what's up, guys? Hey, good to see you. Hey, Completion, good to see you too. And nice. All right. So very, very cool there. Let's go. So here we are, Power City Sacrifice. So 566,154. I actually think that this has got a lot of upside. So far, the sacrifice is relatively low compared to liquid loans and certainly to Gerardo's one with the Hex God Whale gone on. Obviously, there's no Hex God Whale in this yet, but there's a long way to go. I expect the Magic Carpet Ride team will sacrifice for this. I need to do a bit more. I haven't kept up to that. If you know what they're looking to do, they'll probably go the last day, as my guess. They'll sacrifice on the last day. And of course, that'll be pretty big. I'm expecting this to jump up on the final day. Let me know in the chat if you know stuff about that. I haven't actually caught up with that. Total supply at the moment is 1.3 million watt tokens. So what is the token? They're going to have four things. They're going to have a metaverse online with VR stuff. They're going to have a bridge. They're going to have an NFT marketplace like Mintra. They're also going to have what's the other one they're going to have? They're going to have something else. There's a fourth one. What is that on? There's five, actually. I think there's actually five. So there's a couple more products there. So they're going to have that. So 6 days and 20 hours to go until it goes up. So earlier pays better is going from $2, 2 watt tokens per dollar up down to 1.75. So we'll check that out. You can check your address there. And of course, let's have a look here. The top one at the moment, 47,000. That's the top one there. And of course, we look at the top 50. $50. So really different scale here on this one. You can actually, with $500, you can actually get in. So if we're scrolling all the way up, let's get to $500. You can actually get in the top 200, top 200 pretty much with $500 or so. Yeah, $510 getting the top 200 wallets. That's pretty cool. Do expecting the Magic Carpet Ride team to have a big sacrifice. So maybe that's going to come on the last day. You can see that's just going up on the chart. So the total amounts are going up. And yeah, they've got a number of wallets in here. Most of them are all small wallets, of course, a couple of big ones around the 25-50 mark there. And you can see the top wallet there is going to have 8.5%. So this is actually looking really attractive, to be honest. Here it is. We're on day 4. Day 4, you can get two watt tokens per dollar. In a couple of days' time, that's going to be 1.75, 1.5, and 1.25, and then finally 1 for 1. It finishes on the April the 5th, so this is our longest one. Going to finish then. Now, the other thing, of course, is they have earlier pays better, which is that chart. They have, if you have done a sacrifice, so we'll pull that up actually with the Pulse one there. If you've done, actually, it's not there, so let me just click the sacrifice now button. This is the website here, so it's really cool. And I think we've got all the stuff they're going to have. Let me just go through that quickly. They're going to transform a bridge, as I said, Pixel NFT marketplace. Looks pretty advanced already, so I'm pretty NGR nodes. Accelerated yield combo, that's one of the other ones that's meant for yield farming, particularly around liquid loans. So that could be really cool. Compounding returns, and then a Power City Meta is your metaverse here. Very exciting. Of course, that's all the fees will go into the core, as I understand it, the core, and then the core will pay out. Those who are holding watt tokens will get paid. Could be extremely lucrative if they can deliver all these products on time on Pulsechain. There'll be a good chance they could have a product if they are ahead of time. They could have a product near the beginning of Pulsechain, and that would be before liquid loans. Liquid loans is going to be at least a month after Pulsechain launches. So this could be a really good head start, especially if they bet Mintra to market. If they bet Mintra to market, even with one of the products, that'd be pretty cool. I'm not actually sure the state of the product development at the stage. It's something I have to do a bit more research on. But if I find out more about that, I will. If you know something, let us know in the chat. This is the actual official site here, Sacrifice now. 20 hours, 30 minutes to go. And, of course, we're going to get into the key stuff. So, yeah, earlier pays better. You get 2 watt tokens per $1 at the moment. And then, of course, there's also a recognition for prior sacrifices. Pulsechain, PulseX, liquid loans, internet money. Based on the wallet, you've got to use the same wallet, right? You could get up to 55% more. So the example here is that if you did $15,000, you would get 2 watt tokens per dollar. So that would give you 30,000 watt tokens. Plus, if you did $15,000 and you had sacrifice for all these 4, obviously internet money is not open yet, so it's a little confusing. But if you had done that 55.5%, and then you basically get another 8,325 tokens, so 38,000 altogether, which are pretty cool. They also got a bonus round here for 2 as well. If they reach a certain amount of sacrifice target, they're going to give you random wallet people ones. I think it was Charity that won yesterday, and so that's pretty exciting too. So that's a 16 people get 25% bonus. Had to a random draw on the Magic Carpet Ride team. I'm not sure if they've done a YouTube video on this already. They did one for this 250, and so they may have done one for 500. So I haven't actually checked that because I've been watching the Expo. Woo-hoo-hoo, and now we're at the after party. Bam, bam, online after party for us. So it's cool. Should have had some music up there as well. Actually, let's post some of that. Let's get a bit of that stream on. Bam. All right, good. All right, that's enough of that. But anyway, they're partying up in Las Vegas. We're partying it up here online. So nice there. Hopefully, I don't get pinged for that music that's in the video there. YouTube, they ping you for little music. So hopefully, I get away with that. Pretty cool. So $1 million to be 32 random wallets, 25% bonus, etc. So as they go up the targets, I'm sure they're going to smash this as well because it is part of the Magic Carpet Ride team. So very, very cool. All right, so I think that was it, folks. That is on the top there. An hour and 20 minutes is not what you normally do. We're up to an hour and 18. So very exciting. Let's jump over to the Hedron price just one more time. It's at 5,000 still. I don't see this thing looks unrelenting, doesn't it? Looks like it's just going to keep going. We did have some people here profiteering here. 31 billion sold there. So we're just having a few people. These people are getting pretty much pretty amazing. They'll just be loving that. Now, how much of this will actually funnel into the Hex price? And so that's going to be interesting to see. We're down at 13 cents on the Hex price now. It's going to be interesting to watch this too. But like I say, we've got pretty much, once this day finishes, we get a nice green candle. We've pretty much got a 70% chance, in my view, of a trend reversal now. And, of course, up and to the right. So that's looking pretty positive too. Nice. Let us finish on there. That's the end of the HexPo, of course. The Naga Mansion party is on tonight over there in the US, in Las Vegas. That's going to be amazing. We should see some awesome imagery coming that we can talk about that tomorrow. Very, very cool. Finally, Hex.com. Get your Hex, folks. Get staked. Get those T-shares while you can, because if the Hex price goes even to all-time highs, you're going to be paying $12,000 a T-share. And if it goes much higher than that, if it goes to $1.30, which is kind of my next target, then you're going to be paying $25,000 for a T-share, not $2,500 now. Just taking it into account. It's not investment advice. I'm just letting you know that's how we roll. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. All right, I'm being crazy, but what's the after party? It's day 4. We're finished up, so you got to be cool to be at school or something like that. Craig's got hey, Fat Sammy's in the house. The Hex Token channel member. Hi all. Nice price action yesterday. Absolutely, was being really cool. And it's hard not to watch the chart all the time. That's the thing. Man Barley says, hi, everybody. Just checking in to say hi, but always away. Hope we're all kicking ass. Absolutely, Matt, we are. Enjoy yourself there in Bali with Maria. Michael says, I sacrificed a little for liquid loans and Power City. Hedron, a big surprise, but I think bullish for everything. Absolutely, Michael, I do agree with you on all that. Nice one there. One die equals 1,920 Hedron. Yeah. One hex is one hex. I think it's like less. It's like must be like 50,000 Hedron now or something. I'm not even sure. I haven't even done the math on that. Neil says, why not 500,000? Yeah. And Sandy Beach says, thank you, Hex Token. A great stream as always. I appreciate that, Sandy. And congratulations, Sandy, for getting in early on these things. Neil Imperiara says, is this a sign of a backed up buy pressure in the system? I think so. We do know that, ratio of the penalties. If you haven't checked out Wales only section on the HexPo conference today, definitely check that out because that was in the morning. Wales only did a really good presentation on pump mentals and Hex, so check that out if you haven't. Definitely is cool. Sandy Beach got the emojis. Craig's got the emojis. Bitfinex says, I have some onboards to harass and abuse. I know they're slipping. I'm grabbing my paddle. Yeah, don't forget, when you get Hex and stake it, you're going to get a copy on the Pulsechain. If you've got liquid Hex, you're going to get a copy on the Pulsechain. Pulsechain's coming sooner than later. Very, very cool. 2.5 is coming up within the next week. It's going to be pretty cool. Let's end the poll. We ended up getting 56 votes, so we reached our 50 target. That was nice. Let's end the poll here and see what the results are. Stay safe, says Sandy Beach. Stay safe, absolutely. And woohoo! All right, nice. Let's get into the polls coming up here. Let's see what the final results are. Okay, what Expo Vegas Day 4 sessions did you enjoy the most? We've got Richard Hart, Keynote speaker. Let me pop up the actual time frame there. We're looking at the final column on the right there. And, of course, we've got Richard Hart, Keynote and Social, 75%. So 79%. We have 56 votes. Morning panels, devs and quants, 14%. That'd probably be me in that one too. I love that. 505 Crypto Spark, 2 of 8%. I kind of want to be in that too because I love those guys. What they've done is amazing. Hex Awards, 1%. So that's kind of funny. Hex Awards, it was very exciting. Hex Awards was really well done, but 1% on there. That's the way it goes. But congratulations to all the Hex Award winners. That was really awesome. We do appreciate all that you do, all the content creators, all the community people out there that got a reward. Congratulations. Everybody that didn't get a reward, there's always next year. And, of course, everything you guys do every day is awesome, right? And it's so much fun. This is just the beginning. I said to you, 2022, 2023 is the year of a virality. We're building up towards that momentum. When Pulsechain launches, it's game over, folks. The ramp up to mass adoption is going to be all the way up to Richard Hart's castle. And, of course, it's going to be pretty awesome. All right, so very cool. But says, thank you, Sandy Beach. And Hodl Generation is super late to the stream today. Just getting off work. Thanks for all you do, Superman. I appreciate it, Hodl Generation. It is a pleasure, as we say. Hey, to all the Hex Token channel members, appreciate your support. And, of course, as we promote Hex, Pulsechain, and Pulsex into the future, to all the wrenches out there, the moderators, thank you very much for keeping on top of those Russian bots. And to all the subscribers, a big thank you. It really has been amazing this week as well. Doing these after parties has been a lot of fun for us online people that couldn't be at Vegas. And it's going to be so much fun going in the future. Hope you guys enjoy yourself. The Sandy Beach says the future is so bright. Absolutely is. And Francia's got the hearts out as well. Thanks for watching, everybody. Let me post this. Boop, 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 boop. All right, so we're going to get into that. And how's that? I've got to make sure I spell right here. All right, so if you're a Hex Token channel member, let's emoji this thing out as we end the show. An hour and 25 minutes is pretty good in my view. Let's post out some of these emojis. Bam, 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 bam. Woohoo! See you next time. See you tomorrow. Woohoo! Here we go. Enjoy yourself, folks. I love those charts. But remember, spend good time with your friends and families. That's what life is about. Very, very cool. All right, take care now. Bye for now.